Devin Booker today puts the Suns now 3-0 in the bubble. They need...
Devin Booker is a rising star in the NBA. He might be relatively young, but he is passionate and he is a really incredible player, so his net worth has been steadily climbing. He can be a little bit of a hothead, but he is definitely an asset to the game. So how much money does Devin actually have? And what does he spend all of the money on? Let's find out. This is Devin Booker, his lifestyle, net worth, and how he spends his millions. Before we get started, please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, that way you never miss a thing. So who is he? He's a young player for the Phoenix Suns that has made a big impact on the sport already. For example, he holds the record for the youngest player to score over 60 points in a game. He comes from a family of athletes and his father was actually a professional basketball player too, so the game is really in his blood. He has shown massive amounts of promise, and that has been reflected in the contracts he has gotten and the paychecks he gets. Endorsement deals. Besides the massive salary that he gets, he also receives a lot of revenue from sponsorship deals. He is also a Nike athlete, and this gives him even more money that will be streaming in. It is estimated that Devin has made more than $6 million in endorsement deals alone in 2020. But what does that all mean? How much money does Devin Booker have? His estimated net worth. People have a lot of theories just about how much money he has. Some say as little as $2 million, but that makes no sense. Besides the yearly endorsements that are already way more than that, he already gets a salary of around $27 million per year. Now, I know that he probably spends a big chunk of this to sustain his lifestyle, but I don't think he uses that amount each year. Highly unlikely. Forbes estimated that he's worth an estimated $26.6 million in 2020. Other sources put this number all the way above $50 million. So we aren't entirely sure just how much money he makes exactly, but one thing is for certain, it's a fortune. And since he's only 24 years old, that means that he has years to build his fortune even more. He might end up being one of the richest players in history. His family. His mom and dad were never married, but they both support their son unconditionally. His dad taught him all about basketball. He also has a half-brother and a half-sister. He is very close to his sister who has a genetic chromosomal disorder. His only child. Devin is the proud father to one son, Haven. But I guess we need to add that his son is furry and walks on 4 paws. He has posted pictures of his massive black dog, Haven, calling him his son and saying how proud he is of him. I would be too. It's a beautiful animal who is very impressive. I can see why he's proud to have him. His dating life. It has been confirmed that Devin is dating Kendall Jenner. For those of you that have somehow avoided the internet for the last 20 years, Kendall is a model and reality star. She is one of the highest paid models in the industry, and the two seem to have gotten super close during the quarantine. So much that Devin was spotted attending the very controversial island getaway that Kim Kardashian had for a number of friends for her 40th birthday. Rumors about the couple have been going around for months, with many saying that the two are just friends. Others had been saying some pretty nasty things about the couple even before they were officially together. Some shamed Kendall for dating too many basketball players, and others said that it's weird because Devin had reportedly previously dated Jordan Woods. Again, for those of you that don't know, there had been issues between Jordan Woods and Kendall's family, but it didn't stop the couple, and in February they became Instagram official when both posted loving posts for Valentine's Day. They seem like a good couple, but it is good that he has a lot of money, because I'm guessing it could become pretty expensive to keep up with the Kardashians or the Jenners. He likes spending money on homes. When he sold his home in Arizona in the later part of 2020, speculation started flying all over the place. Some believe that he was moving in with Kendall Jenner. Others worried that he was going to move away from his team. People were going crazy about a simple house sale, and the truth was very simple. He needed to sell his home because he had already bought a bigger and better house and was living in the new house while the other one was on the market. When he bought his first house, he was making much less money than he's making right now. So it makes sense that he'd want to give it up now that he can afford it. He just wanted a bigger house, and since he can afford it, he bought a bigger house. It's as simple as that. He likes using his money for good. He hasn't been in the game for all that long, but he's already making sure that he uses his platform and his wealth for good. Each year, he supports charities that help families and children in Arizona. Each year, he chooses 5 different charities to support his initiatives. He likes nice cars. It might be a little bit cliche, but most of the time when money starts to stream in for athletes, their first big purchases tend to be a nice house and a nice car. And Devin Booker is no exception to this rule. Like we have already seen, he has the house covered, but he has also started to work on a collection of some seriously beautiful cars too. But some of his cars might surprise you. One of his babies is a 1972 Chevy truck that he owns. It's an older car, but it's seriously stunning. His truck has been converted into a convertible, with the truck bed being changed into rear seating. And with the V8 engine, this truck has more than enough power too. Another vintage beauty in his garage is Devin's 1959 Chevy Impala convertible. convertible. It's a pretty special car. It became even more famous when Devin was spotted taking Kendall for a drive in it. Photos of the car quickly spread all over the world. And then for a little something modern, Booker has also invested in a stunning matte black Ferrari 488 Spyder. Another incredible car, but I think it's safe to say that this basketball player is only starting to build his collection. He enjoys video games. He has admitted to being a hardcore gamer, so when he isn't playing ball on court, he just might be playing games on a console. It does seem to be a bit of a lifestyle for him. He has said that he easily plays games like Call of Duty up to 10 hours per day. I think it's likely that he can only pull this off season because practice and training takes up so much time for a basketball player, so I don't think he could have enough time to play during those times, but he has incredibly even found a way to make money from playing games. He often broadcasts on Twitch and has even raised a lot of funds on the medium. But don't worry, he didn't keep those funds. He was raising money to help people who were affected by the global health situation. Having fun and helping people. What could be better than that? He likes collecting watches. Like with a lot of things in life, Devin was inspired by a hobby that his father had when Devin was growing up. His father loved to collect watches, and while he always took good care of his watches, he did allow Devin to handle them and even wear them. So when Devin started making money, he started collecting watches almost right away. It's another way that connects him to his father. Devin's favorite wristwatch seems to be his Paycheck 5711 gold watch. It's a pretty incredible and a really beautiful timepiece. It's not cheap either. A watch like that can cost you around $137,000. Another big expense that the NBA player seems to have is traveling expenses. It seems like his time flying in commercial has come to an end. He is regularly spotted flying on private aircrafts. Besides, while he's dating Kendall Jenner, it's very unlikely that they'd be able to even travel on commercial flights. It doesn't seem like he owns his own aircraft just yet. He might still need to play for a few years before he can make that happen. But traveling in a hired plane is probably more convenient anyway, with less worry about upkeep or any other added issue that comes from owning. He has invested in some tattoos. When he came into the league, he had no tattoos, but in the last few years, he has decided to get two. Both of them have special meaning. One is a little grid with letters in it. It has the letters DDV and M in the grid. This seems to stand for the names of Devin, his sister Mia, and his brother Devon, and his mother Veronica. Both Mia and Devon also have the same tattoos on the exact same spot, so it seems to be a sweet sibling gesture. His next tattoo is the words "Be Legendary" on his arm. This one is also special because it was inspired by Kobe Bryant. Bryant had signed a pair of sneakers for Booker in 2016, and on it wrote the words. It seems that his words had impact because Booker is definitely striving for legendary status. I'm sure that those words and those sneakers are even more precious to Booker now. Devin Booker has just started out, and he's already becoming one of the best NBA players in the league. It'll be fun to watch what the future holds for this young athlete and how his lifestyle will change in the future. Thanks for watching.